Hi guys, today I'm doing a video. I've never really done something like this before, but I thought I would do a kind of advice video about whether or not you should go to college. I know a lot of my viewers are between like 18 and 25, so either you're already in school probably or have already made your decision, but some of you may still be in high school and like wondering if it's for you, and if you're not, then maybe you're a new viewer who looked up this video for a reason. I have gone to college. I graduated with a 4-year degree, so that's a bachelor's degree with a major in English and a minor in sociology. Now, I feel like I made a mistake by going to college, and I don't think that's right for everyone. I think some people obviously think it's the right choice for them, and some things, a lot of people loved college and it was the best years of their life and it changed their lives forever, and that's great. For me, I think it was a horrible choice. I feel like I've talked about this in videos before, in my college experience video, which I'll link below, as well as my college experience blog post where I put a lot more detail in. That was just personally my experience, and in my opinion, I don't think everyone needs to go. I'm not one of those people who just adopts the idea in this country that you need to have an education to be happy or to be successful, because I think that's completely false. Obviously certain fields like being a doctor or a nurse and things like that, a lawyer, like you have to go to school. But a lot of jobs you really don't. The thing that you need is the paper, which is really annoying to me. I don't like how it works, but that's not what this video is about. That's not about my opinions. It's about helping you kind of make your decision. Now, if you are someone who doesn't know what you want to do, you literally have no idea, which I think is totally fine. Most people probably do really feel like that, even though those of your friends that know exactly what they want to do, there's about a 50%, more than 50% chance that what they want to do right now as 18-year-olds is not going to be what they want to do when they graduate or when they become, you know, out in the real world. They're going to do something different. When I graduated high school, I wanted to go to college to be a high school English teacher. That's 100% not what I want to do. That wasn't what I wanted to do halfway through college, and you can change your mind. Unless you're like, no, you want to be a doctor, you want to be pre-med or something, then you know for sure that is something you want your whole life. I definitely just say go in undecided. Take all your gen eds, take random classes to see what your interests are, you know, take classes that revolve around your hobbies. If you like art or music, take things that you're interested in and then go from there, because I made the mistake of declaring my major before I even went, and by the time I could have changed it, it was too late because I'd already taken so many classes, and college is expensive, so unbelievably expensive, and if your parents aren't paying for it, or you aren't paying for it easily, and you're working for the money, or you're gonna have loans later on, this is not a simple decision. I don't think that just because your school or your parents or your friends or anyone might tell you college is the only choice, it's not. So if you're hesitating or you're not sure what to do, you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Don't go to a school just because your boyfriend or your best friend are going. Don't go away to school somewhere expensive just because you want to go and get that time on your own, you know. I know a lot of people do that. A lot of people, even to me, when I first was going to college, people told me you have to go away. I didn't want to. I wanted to just commute, but they told me you have to live on your own. You have to, you know, get that experience. And I got it for 4 months, and it was horrible. And I somewhat am happy I had that, just to know, you know, how I feel about it. But now I feel like I wasted so much money just spending those 4 months there, and I feel like if I hadn't done that, I would have probably graduated faster. And I'm just trying to prevent you guys from making the mistakes that I made. If college is something you're interested in but you don't know what you want, I would recommend going to a community college. I just think it's such a better idea if you know that you want to get that degree. I know for some people, they don't know what they want to do. They want to get a degree in something kind of like generic, kind of English, communications, marketing, something that you can use in a lot of different jobs. And that's totally fine, you know, if you just know you want the degree, because half the jobs that you might go and try to get don't require a specific degree. I mean, my English degree, I couldn't even tell you how many different jobs say communications, English, PR, all those things. They'll accept any degree in all of those. And to be honest, I don't want to say college sucks, but a lot of stuff you learn in college isn't really going to help you with your job, you know. I think it's about socializing, and it's about, you know, learning, having new experiences and independence and stuff. But most of the things I learned in class didn't help me in any job I've had, and probably wouldn't. You know, especially if you're like an English major, you're gonna have to take like 18th century Renaissance literature. Unless you're teaching that class later in life, you're not gonna have to know any of that ever. Regardless of that, I think if you know you want to go to school, you know you want to get your degree, start with a community college. Go there for 2 years, get your associates, because that way you do have somewhat of a degree, and you got something out of the way. You can now have that time taking a lot of different courses at a school that may be somewhat easier, closer to home, less money. You're saving a ton by doing that. And then now you only have 2 years left to go to a 4-year school and get your bachelor's degree if that's what you want to do. And if not, you can get a job with your associate's degree, or you can take some time off and travel, or you can get a job, or a lot of jobs actually, if they have the funds, if you got your associates, they'll pay to continue your education to get your bachelor's while you work there. So there's lots of different options that you can do, but I know that big issue for a lot of people, and it was an issue for me as well, is dealing with like your parents and your guidance counselor and people at school telling you, well, you have to go, you have to apply, you have to do all these things. Because I know when I was in high school, they make you write a resume for school, they make you send in applications, and they make you get references and stuff, even if college isn't your choice. And that's fine, you know, do what your school tells you, like send that stuff in. But if you don't want to spend $50 to apply to a school that you know you don't want to go to, then don't do it, especially if you're the one paying for it. If your parents are the ones paying for it and they want you to go really bad, I think that a lot of parents don't even want to listen to their kids. They think that they're just being lazy, they don't want to, you know, go, and they don't want to do that. But if they, you know, parents just want what's best for you, and I think for the most part, your parent wants to listen to what you want. But they also want you to be successful, and they want you to be taken care of and secure when you're older. And unfortunately, in this country especially, college is one of the only ways to do that. And somehow it's really not, though, because even a lot of people who go to college can't get jobs and can't find a job, and it's not what it used to be. But a lot of parents will not accept you not to go. And I know that that's tough and that's a hard thing to do, but I think the only way you're going to get your parent to understand if that's not your choice, or if you'd rather go to community college rather than like a 4-year expensive college because you just don't know yet, you have to talk to them. I know a lot of parents won't listen, but if you talk to them and don't fight with them and don't come at them with a sense of like, I can't believe you're doing this to me, you're forcing me, just explain to them how you feel. And if you want to take a year off to travel, they are probably not going to want you to do that, but you can say, I'm an adult, I have the money, I'm going to get a job, and I have a plan. I think that's what your parents just want to make sure you're secure and safe, and that's why they don't accept you not to go to school, because that's just the thing that people expect you to do when you graduate high school. They just expect you to go to college and know what you want to do. And I mean, a few months ago you were asking to go to the bathroom, and now you're expected to know what you want to do with the rest of your life. I think that if you are curious about other options rather than just a regular 4-year college, look into it. You know, spend the time, talk to your counselor. I know a lot of them, just like a lot of high schools, just push 4-year colleges and that's your only option. But if they won't listen, find someone who will. Find someone else in your school who is more open to what you have to say. Find an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent or anyone who will listen to what you have to say, and they can help you make that decision, and they can help you tell your parents if that's what your issue is, because I know a lot of people just go because that's what's expected of them, but they're not happy. I wasn't happy in school. If I could go back, I wouldn't have gone to college, or at least not 4-year college. I would have gotten my associate's degree and taken it from there, and I would be saving a hell of a lot of money right now. I'd probably be a whole lot happier, to be completely honest. And so if you're wondering if it's not for you, don't just, you know, put that feeling aside and think, well, everyone's going, I should just do it, because it could make you really unhappy, and you're the one who's gonna have to pay back later if you're taking loans out. And even if your parent is going to kick you out if you don't go to school, then tell them you have a plan. Tell them, listen, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to go to community college, or I'm going to travel. Just figure out a way to do it, because if it's not what you want, you have to figure out a way to get around that. And if you're just going to deal with your parents while and go, then that's your decision. But if you are wondering if it's right for you, if college isn't something you've looked forward to, if you don't like to go to parties, and you don't think that you're the type that would enjoy college, I didn't. You don't have to go. If you can't decide, if you literally have no idea if you like it, then go to a community college and see how you like it. I know it makes things more complicated to change your mind later, but you can. That's your choice. It's your life. And a lot of people think, you know, your life doesn't start till after you graduate, but it doesn't. It starts while you're there. Like, it doesn't start then. It started when you're born. You know, your life is right now. So if you're at school now and you don't feel like you're happy there, then maybe you need a different school. Maybe you need to go to community college for a while. Maybe you need to take a break, take some time off, get a job, see what the real world is like, see what you want, because your life is right now. It doesn't just wait to start until you graduate. So if you're unhappy, then change your course. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be better for you overall if you're not happy where you are now or where you think that you're heading toward. And I know it's not easy to deal with parents and friends and other people who might not agree with your decision, but it's your decision, it's your life. I'm very passionate about making sure that people do what they want to do and what makes them happy, rather than, you know, what the economy or what society or your parents or your high school tells you to do. Because yeah, maybe, you know, that is the normal thing to do, is to go to a four-year school and get a degree and then get a job and everything, but why do you have to follow that? You shouldn't have to. And I know plenty of people know this, but a lot of people don't, and I know a lot of people just don't get that's not the only option out there. You know, you can travel, you can go to school in another country if you want to learn other things. I think you should always be continuing your education, but a classroom isn't the only way to do that. And I think actually a classroom is probably the worst way to continue your education, but that's just my opinion. I think that, you know, if you want to have a job that needs education and you need to go to school and you need to sit in a classroom, then do it, obviously, because it is worth it to get what you want later. But if that has nothing to do with what you want out of life, if you want a job that doesn't require a college degree, then you don't have to get it. You can keep on learning every other way. Just getting experiences in life, getting different jobs teaches you, I think, a whole hell of a lot more than you can learn in a classroom. You know, traveling, meeting new people, those are things that teach you, that give you experiences. And if you meet all these different people, that is another way to get a good job. You know, references, people who recommend you for things, networking like that is just as important as getting a degree. If you're good enough and you work hard enough, people can see that. And I know that at first, you know, it seems like a degree is the only thing that matters, and the thing is, it is just a piece of paper. But are those 4 years of your life worth that piece of paper and all that money? I personally don't think so, at least not in my situation. So think about your situation, think about what you want to do, and if you know, don't let anyone stand in your way. But if you're not sure, you don't have to take that step forward. You don't have to go to a four-year school and put that money in even for one semester just to try it. If you're not sure, see what's right for you. And if you need advice or something to tell your parents, or you don't know what to tell them, or they won't listen to you, then go if you're 17. Because when I started college, I was 17. I didn't turn 18 till afterward. So if you're under 18, obviously you have to like do as your parents say, because what else are you gonna do? But if you're 17, tell them, you know, I'll go, but once I turn 18, I'm gonna do something I want to do. I know it's scary, and it is. You have to be completely independent, because they say, you know, go read college, it's independent, you're living on your own. Honestly, you're not, though, because your parents are still supporting you. A lot of you, I mean, I know a lot of people go and like pay for themselves and work full time and go to school, which is amazing, but a lot of people don't. I think that it's scary, obviously, if you don't want to follow what your parents tell you to do, but it's worth it if that's really what you want. So don't just follow everyone else's footsteps and follow what society seems to say and what everyone says, because if that's not what's going to make you happy, then it's not really worth it, is it? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't repeat myself too many times. I hope it made sense. If you want advice or someone to talk to about not going to school or whatever your decision is and you don't know how to tell people, you want to go to art school but your parents want you to be a lawyer, anything like that, if you want any advice, feel free to message me on any social media or anything. I'd be happy to help with however I can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for other videos from me. I'll leave some related videos in the description box, stuff like that. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.